Hello, checking in. How many viewers do we got out there? Let's take a look.
Let's get those viewer numbers up.
Woot woot, tell your friends.
Tell your friends, family, web bots, hackers, lonely housewives or house husbands, people working late on a Saturday have found the curling on the internet.
We are competing with the Tim Hortons Briar and the U.S. National Championships.
Bush League. Those
this
are
is
Bush
much
League.
better.
Bush League, Joe.
Have we done introductions yet?
We have not.
Let's do them.
All right. Well,
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the National Capital Curling Center, home of the Potomac Curling Club and the 79th annual Francis Dykes
79
Memorial Bonspiel. This is a 5 and under men's event. On our feature sheet, we have the team from Ardsley against one of our friendly teams from Albany. This is a B event game. We have in the booth Stephen all the way Enixon.
Hello.
And Jimmy
world.
the much cooler Fallon.
That's me.
And Joe Rockenbach,
Yeah.
which I do believe has the best curling commentator name
I do.
with the rock and Bach. Rock. You will
thanks.
see lots of rocks on the ice tonight.
I certainly hope so. Makes for a much more exciting game.
It is. It is.
So before they even start, I want to point out I called the game, one of the games that Albany played on Friday night. They were down 7-0 after 3 ends, and then Courtney came out with a bunch of jello shots, and they clawed back 7-5.
And that's why you never give up.
And now, granted, Guion's team from Potomac cracked open another end, but I just saw them take some jello shots before the game, so I think this is going to be one heck of a game.
Did I just hear a granite pun in there mixed in? That was very subtle, Joe. I won't take your puns for granite.
We will be punny. We will be punny all night long.
Yes.
And I would like to say that this has been a 7-year hiatus for me commentating.
Oh my goodness.
It was the Utica Dykes, which would be the 72nd annual Memorial Dykes Bonspiel.
You a grizzled.
I believe I was on the team with you, Joe, but it was a late night Potomac versus Potomac death match. And,
Featuring Jimmy.
Jimmy
on
was
one of the
playing on the ice,
teams.
and I would like to apologize to
Hams.
anybody at Utica that was working the bar that night because that game took about 3 hours.
Yeah, thank goodness for New York State liquor laws that can keep us open a little bit later.
And the lackness thereof. Yeah, these guys on the ice, they just love yakking and talking loudly, so we'll keep that volume tuned for you there, folks.
Yeah.
All right, I think we're going to start, and Red has hammer. Red is
Albany.
Albany.
I think
Albany
we got
has hammer.
the stream hooked up correct, but if we could get some viewers at home to chime in on the chat here, let's make sure that we got it going strong. Give us a shout out there.
Is that us? Are we good?
That was off
Was it?
when I sat down, so I think we're good. Yeah.
Oh, do I need to start this timer thing?
I think that's Mike's.
Yes.
No.
Is that correct? 152?
Yes, 152.
All right, we're going.
Oh, we're going. All right.
We're going. All right, and we're off.
So, Steven, let's give me the lineups here. Who do
We
we got for Albany?
at lead, we got Tom Vespo. We got Keith Weisbauer at second. Steve Augustino at third. And Dan Gerlach at skip. And for Albany, we got Theodore Wilson, Alejandro
Buxo.
Buxo.
Oh, that's a nice name.
Dev Dalal.
He goes by Dave. I learned that.
Dave, okay.
Yep.
And Greg Stapleton.
And he goes apparently by Riverdance.
Riverdance.
Or that's what I was told in a previous.
Is this Irish thing, Riverdance?
It doesn't
Is he-
matter.
It
I'm just
doesn't
going to call him
matter. Okay.
Riverdance. So first rock.
First rock went into the house. There we go. Ooh, top 8. That's a good first rock.
That is a good first rock.
You know, for a 5 and under Bonspiel, if you throw your first rock in, you're basically saying, can the other team hit? And this is an indication that the other team did not attempt to hit, but threw it through. So the call here is probably a guard on top of that nice, perfectly placed rock.
That line was just a peach, too.
Though it is a 5 and under, so sometimes throwing it in is a test to see if they can hit,
It
and
is.
sometimes it's just a mistake.
Yeah, well, you know.
It's a guard that just slipped in a little bit.
We're
there.
just going to call it a we meant
That's
to do
right.
that and go with it. All right, this one's
This
going
is
a
going
little
to be
deep.
a little deep.
Back house. It's not terrible. They're lined up.
The line was beautiful, so
Line is beautiful, just a little heavy
we'll
on the
take
second
it.
rock.
We'll take it.
I've been told the ice is pretty fantastic this Spiel. So, you know, sometimes it's a little difficult to get used to fast ice if you're such a new curler.
Or if you hadn't played in Potomac in a couple
Or
of
if you
years.
haven't played Potomac. Our ice has come a long way since I started by both dehumidifier installment and volunteer ice work. So we just had a nice little takeout, and we're going to play a little hit game today.
Feeling it out, banking some time if there was a
It's
possibility.
almost like they're playing in the Briar right now, banking some time in the first end.
But nobody has the pants like
Well,
that
you
gentleman.
know, there's a couple of pants out
So
here.
that's a custom Ardsley Curling Club loudmouth golf pants job.
Well then. Oh, wow.
Whoa, okay.
Holy
an
cow.
accidental.
The
double?
accidental double, and we have an empty house again.
Would that have counted at the box game? If you made a double?
Yeah.
Against his
Yeah.
own? Would it? All right.
Yeah, it's
Well,
a double.
Get him a prize.
You have won a prize. You can pick it up later.
At the bar.
I believe it's $4 for a beer. That's your prize.
Got your prize. Alrighty, so here is Albany 2's second.
Alejandro
Alejandro
Buxo.
Buxo. I love that name.
That is a very excellent name. Looking for you to draw. I believe it's probably a guard call. I don't know. I would call a guard. Or in.
Or through.
No, let's not call through yet. You
Well, it's
know,
going to be one of those, guys.
it's going to be one of those three calls. I believe through.
That really is all there is.
Through is the outcome. So those of us watching at home, if you caught this little tournament they had over in South Korea, the caliber of curling will be smidge less.
Smidge less.
Smidge less.
Doesn't mean it's going to be any less enjoyable.
It will
or
be
fun.
entertaining. There will be a lot of Plan B shots, a lot of Plan C shots,
A lot of
and
steal. You can see steals at multiple points. which we've
steals
seen a lot
all
this weekend,
around,
which makes things
and
a lot of fun. Very fun.
you know, shenanigans left and right.
There will absolutely be shenanigans. I would expect nothing less. Speaking
So
of
we
shenanigans,
had another throw through. I don't believe these are called throw throughs, but you know that's sort of what you're going to get tonight. Mistakes.
And that's what we came to see. Just kidding.
So really, the winner is going to probably make fewer mistakes than the loser.
yeah, I agree. To get a little bit sports analytical about this, I think winning these 5 and unders are execution is the primary thing.
Oh yeah.
And then calling plan Bs when you know. Because, I mean, you know, you can try to call a perfect game, and that's absolutely not going to happen. But it's how
Because
you
your
kind of
team
recover.
is not going to be able to make those shots.
Exactly.
The correct call in many situations in these 5 and unders is just not makeable by the level of curling that we're going to see here tonight.
But I think if the skips can keep it simple,
Oh,
that's
simple
the
is
key.
the name of
That's
the game.
key.
Kiss all night long.
Yep.
Keep it simple, stupid.
Keep it simple. But if you do make that run back from a 3-guard to a shot on the button
You
in front of
deserve a beer.
45 people
You-
watching behind the glass,
You deserve a beer.
that's what keeps you coming back.
It's like in golf when you make that perfect drive on the 18th hole when you've shot like 106. That's why you come back.
Yep. So here's a nice looking
Nice
here's a
little
nice looking hit.
nose hit.
Lovely
Way
weight
to
there.
roll over.
Great shot.
It's a pretty clean first end here. I'm going to go out on a limb and say the goal is going to be to blank this end,
Yes.
but that might not happen.
You never know. You never know. First end, still feeling out the ice.
So this is a B event, is that correct?
This is a B event, yes.
Is this a quarterfinal, semifinal?
Let me take a look at the bracket, and I will let you know.
What bracket level are we in?
So, let's see here. 1, 2. This is a quarterfinal B event. 2 teams have already in, and this is the bottom half of the quarterfinals of the B event.
Oh, is this the long end?
Yeah.
Oh, the long end.
Winner's going to play a double dip tomorrow.
Double dip
if
on
they
Sunday.
win again.
Oh.
So the prize for tomorrow is an 8:30 a.m. game.
Oh, that is sometimes not the best prize on a Saturday night.
No. And then a Sunday noon against the
Sunday
winner
noon
of
final.
Philly 2 and Broomstones 2.
All right, so we had a hit and roll out, and we're going to do just a draw in.
Have they had the boat races yet?
We did.
Ah.
Yesterday.
Nice.
I got to
I'm
MC
sure it
it.
was an exciting event.
It was
as
an
always.
honor. I want to thank the Bonspiel coordinator, Michael Dobbs, for asking me to MC the boat races.
You know, the water was calm last night.
It was.
It was very calm.
It was.
It was perfect conditions for the boat
Perfect
races.
conditions. I was very honored to MC it.
Thank goodness we're in indoor Bonspiel because the winds were not calm outdoors yesterday.
No. You know,
the seas were a turning
The
yesterday.
seas were a turning. I heard a little anecdote. Flight landing at Dulles yesterday morning. The pilot basically said everybody threw up.
Yes. I heard that. Were you on a flight?
No, I was not.
Oh, man.
I saw the post on the interwebs,
Yes.
and it did not sound like anybody wanted to be on a plane.
No.
All right, so yellow.
I don't think I didn't even want to be like in a forest.
No,
yesterday.
it was
or
pretty
on the
windy.
high seas for boat races.
Yes,
for that
it was
matter.
pretty windy yesterday. So they
got a blank end so far. Nothing in the house.
The teams seem to be struggling with the speed. Is it a little faster than they
freshly scraped.
Freshly scraped. We're going to be pretty quick.
This one's going to settle in, I
Boy.
think, pretty well.
That is
Right
a beaut.
T-line. That's a nice draw.
That's a peach.
Boy, gee, that looks like a great scrape. Who did that?
Oh, I believe our own Jimmy Fallon
Yes.
can be thanked for the scrape.
Oh, I don't need your comments. I just shamelessly troll for them.
Yes,
that's all.
yes.
You done good, kid.
But you know, Jimmy can handle that sharp blade like the best of them.
Let's see if we can get a little bit of the mics for the skips.
Oh, yes. What
I
are they
brought the
talking
volume
about?
low. I'm going to
You
try
know,
to bring it up a wee bit.
I'm real interested when it gets to a little complicated end to see what they have to say.
Oh, we'll tune in.
Because, you know, they call it chess on ice.
They do.
They do.
They do.
But you know
If
what?
they know it's good for
I
them, they
would
do.
say it is not chess on ice because when I move my pawn,
Yeah.
it goes where I put it. When I throw a rock,
Yeah.
or when somebody else throws a rock, it doesn't always go where they put it. So you sort of have to. It's chess, but more complicated.
Here's a nice hit. It's going to stick around.
So-
That's right. Hit.
On the live chat, we got Heather commenting that literally every stream she's watched, people have talked about the boat races. And yes, that's true because they're that exciting, Heather. They are worth talking about
They are-
over and over.
They are worth talking about. If you have never experienced a boat race,
Join a club.
Join a club.
That's in the Grand National Curling
Go to
Club.
a 5 and under, and you will experience a boat race.
So the skip here for the Albany group, Greg Stapleton. This is the second game I've seen him play, and the second equally awesome pair of pants that he's wearing tonight.
Oh, did he have a different pair?
He did have a different pair. Yes.
What color was that?
They
pair?
were blue with some random like lines. of
Right.
different
I
colors
also
all
like
over
it.
the place. Yeah, the custom job shoes.
Did you
are
like the
great.
shoes?
I
It's
do,
got
yeah.
a old school 80s fluorescence.
I want to be his friend. I really like his style, man.
This is a nice little nose hit again.
Very
Little
nice.
roll out.
Looking good,
Sometimes
Greg.
when you get those rocks in the wings for the less experienced curlers, it's a little tough. But we'll see what happens.
Alrighty, so here is Dan Gerlach with his final rock in end number 1. Just going to try to duplicate what he did earlier and take that red rock out.
Sorry for the delete, Heather, but there are 3 rules about boat races. The first 2 are you don't talk about them, and the third is get really drunk, in case you hadn't heard that last one.
You know, I really like Dan's release. He's got a nice, very nice release with that rock.
He's on it, but no, he's
On and off,
on
on
and
and
off,
off.
on and off. That means you probably made the shot. He's going to want to stick around.
And he did.
And
great
so
pair
yeah,
by
we
Dan.
got a attempt for a blank, I would assume.
I'm gotta say, I'm pretty impressed with the back end of these two teams.
It's a pretty
They've made some nice simple hits.
You know,
really
sometimes
good.
the hits are the hardest.
Yeah.
I've actually been struggling with my hits lately.
Yeah.
A little floaty, floaty wide, and you know, they haven't really happened for me.
You'll be all right, man. I've played with you long enough. I think you'll be okay.
I can draw any day of the week, though.
No doubt. All right, here goes Greg Stapleton. Final rock of end number one.
We're going to attempt a spill on this one, and looks like he's going to get it. And
Great
folks,
shot. Oh,
we
what a
have
great shot.
A blank
Great
first
end.
end. That is
Greg's
a...
pleased. We're pleased. Nice shot.
So well done.
Right, so 0-0 on purpose after end number one.
Thank you for specifying.
Yes.
All right.
So, Joe,
Yes.
why would he want to blank it on purpose?
Because the hammer is so important, my friend. You want to have that advantage.
And what
and
is the hammer, Joe?
the hammer is the last rock.
No,
of the
Joe.
end.
The hammer is my nether regions.
Oh, my.
Oh,
My.
it is before 8 p.m., sir.
Oh, well, see, you know.
My goodness. Scoring update on sheet A. Let's see, there is a...
Oh, that's a 3-spot there on
It's a
sheet
free
A.
spot for Potomac 6. Skipped by Kurt Medlin. They're playing Schenectady. Skipped by Tim Eager. 3-0 after one. We have a scoring update on sheet C as well. Sheet C, we've got Bucks County. Skipped by Mark O'Donnell. They steal one in the first against the rink from Utica. Skipped by Israel Acosta.
Second end is starting out very similar to the first end. First rock is going in. And second rock is a hit attempt.
Gonna drift, looks like
And it's going to overcurl and miss it completely. That is a miss. 0 out of 4.
So I want to say the first game, I wish that the gentleman who's actually throwing lead is not the one written on the program.
Oh my goodness, we got a sub.
So if somebody could let us know his name, I can't remember it, but he played an excellent game on Friday night, and I want him to be acknowledged tonight.
For Ardsley?
For
Albany.
For Albany.
Albany.
Yes.
Well-
Played an excellent game Friday night.
Well, he missed his first hit in the second end, so
I've jinxed him. My
You've
apologies.
jinxed him.
Son of a gun.
this second rock from Ardsley, Dan is throwing another one right on top of the center line. These are
4 beautifully lined up throws.
peaches. He is curling peaches.
Sexy double here. You think?
A
The
sexy
sexiest.
double? The sexiest.
To me, they all are. Just
Oh,
my
this
humble
one
opinion.
seems to be curling off the rails again.
They're trying, though.
They might
Dave
only get the
Alhara
top
gonna
one.
get one, but nice job holding the line.
All right, they got the top one. That's a win.
Very unsexy single takeout.
Sometimes you just got to turn the lights off and see what happens.
Well, then nobody could see. I get it.
Joe,
I
this
get
is
it.
a late night men's Bonspiel.
It's not that late.
It's late for me, Joe. This is almost past my bedtime.
We got a scoring update on sheet D, ladies and gentlemen. This is the game between Broomstones 2, skipped by Enriquez Rimkus. Oh, what an awesome name that is. And one of the home teams, skipped by Andy Inglis. So the score is going to be 1-0. Broomstones. Broomstones steals one in the first. Skipped by Andy Inglis. Second, Ben Shamilton. Also, last name is actually Keene, but we're going to call him Shamilton. for the rest of the night.
He is sporting the mustache and the fluorescent green towel in the back pocket.
Great find, man.
He is all
And the
Hamilton.
flat brimmed
and
red
the
hat.
flat brimmed hat.
Great hat, yeah.
If any of you have been in a hole the last couple weeks, he is mimicking the look of Matt Hamilton, the recent gold medal winner, part of the USA men's curling team. First ever gold medal for the U.S. in curling.
Spoiler alert, Steven. I'm still waiting to watch it on my DVR. I've been really busy.
Well, Jimmy, you know, I can't help you there. It's been a week. They are actually at the NHL hockey game tonight. They were invited to drop the first puck.
There will also be a cameo appearance by an old Potomac Curling Club rock at that first puck drop tonight.
Really?
Yes, yes, yes.
All right, Yellow's just stacking them in here right now.
3 lovely draws.
You know, it's not so bad to get rocks in the house.
Nope. So a Potomac rock's going to get thrown outdoors. That's exciting.
Isn't it?
So, yeah.
It sure
it is an outdoor NHL game, ladies and gentlemen.
Joe and Jimmy, you would know a little something about outdoor curling, wouldn't you?
Oh my, yes we did.
My.
Proud alumnus of, is that right? Alumni. Oh, man, I took Latin for 3 years, I should know this. Of the the Stanley Outdoor Bonspiel held in exotic Stanley, Idaho at the end of January. Jimmy and I played in a snowstorm.
Quite exciting.
Played being, in quotes. Basically, throw it as hard as you can. So here's a great...
and I think he's sweeping the wrong one. That could have been probably not a double. But
still got one. Yeah. Split him up a little bit. Pretty nice
shot now. But
pretty nice shot.
Ardsley is just going to be able to sit 3 again with another hit. Albany might be digging themselves a little hole. Might have to just get forced to 1. But we'll see as the end unfolds. What do we have? Vice rocks right now?
Yes, this is the first Vice rocks for the Ardsley rink. My skip is Steve Agostino. He's gonna hit and jam.
Oh, got the double.
Second accidental double of the night.
Well, I don't know if he wanted to throw that double.
He didn't. Accidental double.
Considering he's yellow.
Oh, wait, was he? Oops.
That's an oopsie double.
Yeah.
We have another hit coming along, and you know, it's shaping up now to be another blank end. Sweeper's on it pretty hard. Is he gonna get it? Is he gonna get it? I can't see because they're in front of me. He got it out, but he is also going to spill himself.
It's gonna be a defensive game.
All right, so
that sounds like an awkward maneuver there to spill yourself.
Well, yeah, he also removed the rock that was still in play.
We've all been there. We've all been there.
We're just going to ignore that.
I've been there. I don't know about the rest of y'all.
It was sort of in no man's land back there in the back. You know, he could have frozen to it, you know, but we're just going to let it go. We're not officiating them. They are officiating themselves. That is the grand part of this game. It is a gentleman's game. You call your own fouls.
Good curling.
Good curling.
Sorry, handshakes. We haven't done that yet. My apologies. Jimmy, good curling.
Yes. Good curling, Jimmy.
Good commentating.
Good commentating, of course. So Steve Agostino with his second rock. A lovely draw again. Not a bad spot. It's going to make him chase. Steve's been throwing
Somebody's
going to
miss
nice
a hit
rocks.
one of these days. And then we're going to see some points on the board.
Yes.
You said on D. Broomstone took one. It looks like it was Potomac.
Was
right?
Potomac is playing the yellow rocks on sheet
My
D.
apologies. My apologies. Yes, Potomac is playing the yellow rocks. Sorry about that, guys. Yep, they sure are. And my notes say the same thing, and I got it wrong.
Lesson learned, stick to less than 8 shots of whiskey before the match, Joe.
Nerds.
It's that 8th that's the doozy. 7 is fine, but 8 will get you every
You
time.
know, Jimmy, they play 8 ends, and there's a reason for that. After the 8th end, you have your 8th shot, and then you're done. So 7, you're good through the game.
So having all 8 before the game was a rookie mistake on my part as well.
Rookie mistake on your part.
Indeed it was. Indeed it was.
Dang it.
All right, so I think that was an attempted freeze.
Yes.
Which curled a whole ton. Wonderful.
Oh, there we go. We're picking up a little bit of Skip's mic, which is nice.
Well, I believe Dan here is going to throw a hit.
Yep.
To set 2. Oh, that was a slidey.
They call it the roaring game.
I believe he's going to spill, though.
Going to get it. Catch that rock there, Greg. All right.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Hit spill, but, you know,
We
still
accomplished.
one.
Yeah, he got it out. That's fine.
It's fine. Always. Objective number 1 is always hit the rock. And the roll comes later. If you don't hit the rock, you can't hit the roll.
Some online chat from Alkafluence. Affluence? I'm not sure, but
I think Alkafluence, yeah.
Alkafluence?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, sorry to disappoint, but I had to scrape right before this draw, so slow rolling it, but I'll be here for a while, ladies and gentlemen.
Jimmy here is going to take up the reins on the 10 p.m. game.
We got an all-star cast at the 10 o'clock game.
It is Jimmy, Nick Datlow,
And Mike Sell,
Mike
operator
Sell.
extraordinaire.
And I may stick around, Joe.
I think you should, man.
You know, I may stick around.
That is an all-star lineup there, calling the 10 o'clock game, the primetime game.
You act like it's your choice to stick around. I'm pretty sure we took your keys away hours ago,
Oh,
Steven.
Well, it looks like I'm sticking around.
So Greg Stapleton is going to go wide on that hit. So let's see if Dan Gerlach can capitalize on the mistake. Smart move there, just split him up.
So he's going to want to make these rocks as far apart as possible to basically force Albany to take their 1 point, or attempt
awesome double.
to take their 1 point,
or
or the crosshouse bullet weight double,
which I would love to see at a Dykes. I would love to see.
You know, I've seen a few in my time.
Yeah.
I saw Melvin throw one during the playdowns here many years ago.
I was on that team. That's amazing. We had to play.
That was a rough tournament for us,
Yes,
Joe.
it was.
We got the raw end of the draw.
Yes, we did.
I believe our bye was Sunday.
Last game of the day.
Yeah, so we had 2, 3, 3, and I think we won 1 game.
That is correct. Let's never speak of that again.
But we won a lot of Cuban food.
We did.
We did. We ate a lot of Cuban food during that spiel.
A lot of delightful. How hot? So they're saying it's hot. It looks also a little.
That is heavy.
Offline.
That is heavy. It is going to
Try to sweep it through.
It's going to hit this little split. All right. They're set 2. That's good.
That's good. So there's 2 options here. You can just try to make the open hit and get your 1. You can try to hit the outside, angle it, double, and spill away. We'll see what Greg calls. I mean, you see what I'm talking about here, Steve, right?
Oh, yeah, it's there. But
Is this hammer?
Yes, it is.
The double for the blank is perfect, really, because the only way to make the double is to spill your shooter, which would result in the blank. So
they're going to come and check it out. Let me see if we can get Greg's mic up.
And he wants to go. He wants to throw the out turn.
And spill. No, great. Just hit that one and take our 1 and go to the next end.
There we go. Take our 1 and go to the next end.
Take our 1 and go to the next. Sometimes
that's fine.
That is fine.
Yeah.
You know, switch it up.
Play
Get your 1
strengths.
You know, a point is never really a bad thing.
Absolutely. Play to your strengths. Make sure you at least get 1 out and stick. So I like the call from Greg. It's conservative, but it's smart.
So the problem with trying the double is you could jam.
Yep.
You could give up 1. You could flash, give up 2. You know, you hit it, you blank, that's great, but you know the odds of missing are a little high at this point. So he's just going to throw the nice little easy nose hit for 1. Sweepers are on it, but I think he's going to get it.
Line's looking pretty nice.
Line's looking nice. Curling right to the center line. And Schnoz shot for 1.
Great shot. Okay, that's a nice one for the Albany rink.
Points on the board.
It's 1-0.
We're going to give you a little word from the sponsors right now. My sponsor is Scotch.
So the story on the muskrat. Okay. So they've got.
I haven't seen that. I think you've been drinking beer on it. Come on. Don't sell them short.
Police department.
All right, my sponsor is beer and Scotch.
I want to say it's Atlas Brewing Company.
Atlas Brewing Company. Well, no, I had the River
Horse, New Jersey.
The River Horse Oatmeal Stout we have here.
They were micro brewing before it was cool.
It is tasty.
You know, I had that. I remember getting River Horse in college, which was, you know, before the whole craft brewing thing blew up, and
you know
they make a quality product.
It was a very clairvoyant name since I was back when before rivers or horses existed.
Yeah, before craft brewing.
Yeah.
Nice shot, Johnny. So they call animal control. So that way.
Albany here threw up a corner guard. It's a little odd when you don't have the hammer.
It is.
Unless it was a complete accident, and that could explain that shot entirely.
Oh, wait. No. Yes. Yes. Albany threw up the corner guard. Most likely it was an accident.
Keith, drag as far.
Is Arthur on that team?
Oh, goodness.
Oh, nobody's going to get that, which is wise, so let's never speak of that one. I have to endure it.
Arsley goes right in, trying to get behind that nice little corner guard that was given to them.
Corner guard.
But
weight was nice. Line was a little off.
Line was a little off, a little wide. It did not curl.
So while the lead throws the second rocks for the Albany rink, I want to talk about this wonderful idea that the chair for Potomac has started about naming or putting your own messages on the handles.
Oh, this is a fantastic idea.
Yes. So for, I think, $3, you can put anything you want on the handles during a game.
Yeah, a nice little label maker,
Nice little
get
label
a
maker.
sticker.
That's correct. Correct.
It could be encouragement. It could be taunting.
It could, yeah, exactly. It's a wonderful idea.
And you know what happens is
Yeah.
you can pay to overwrite somebody's message.
That's right. What a brilliant idea.
So
the Albany rink, last night we were having a discussion on why our speed dial at the Potomac Curling Club has number 1 is police, number 2 is fire, number 3 is animal control.
well, that's an interesting story there, Joe.
Yeah.
I don't know why you would have animal control unless you've had an animal problem.
Well,
I've heard a muskrat made it 2 muskrats. Were they mating?
no.
They were they fighting?
No, they were just chilling out.
They were
wanted
just
to-
chilling out on
It
the
was
ice.
a cold day. It's colder outside than it was
Saturday morning.
Saturday morning.
Breakfast league.
Breakfast
So there
league.
was some smells coming from the kitchen. We cook breakfast
fried
every
scrapple.
Saturday morning.
That's right.
For those of you out there in the area, Saturday morning is our breakfast league extravaganza, where some people who have never done curling before can just sign up, get a lesson, get some breakfast, and try out curling.
You get an hour lesson
And
get to
battle
play a
a
game.
muskrat, apparently.
And a couple of muskrats.
Yeah. So
Sign-ups go online at
10 days beforehand.
10 days beforehand at
Yep.
10 p.m.
8 p.m.
8 p.m.
10 p.m.
I
if
read an
you're out
article,
in the-
Joe, that it sold out 8 seconds.
8
less.
seconds.
8 seconds.
They're doing it. It's still in 8 seconds for the past month.
So get your web
Yes.
programming skills
Yes.
in order and write a script and
Bypass it.
Don't do that. Write a script and get in real quick.
It
It's,
has happened actually.
breakfast, I believe, is around 7:30. You get a bit of instruction.
Breakfast
then you
is
play.
like 9
Breakfast
o'clock.
Oh, they moved.
You get
oh,
instruction
Instruction,
first.
then the
First,
breakfast.
and then breakfast.
Yeah.
Breakfast, warm up.
Yes.
Then you play a game of curling, and then you might get to watch some caged muskrat fighting,
Yes.
depending on the
Yes.
circumstances.
They live in the back room now. You know, we got a cage, we got some wood chips,
I call the big one Bitey.
bitey, and talons. We call the other one talons.
So we should probably get back to the game.
Well, we got a bunch of
But no, I gotta finish the story. Now that we're kind of in alert here.
animal control.
So I told the Albany ring about all of this muskrat business, which is a lie. It's a total wonderful
Joe,
lie.
don't ruin the fun.
No, man. That's part of the.
All right,
shtick.
it's a lie.
Yes. So we put on the handles tonight for free. Compliments of Potomac Curling Club. Half of them say muskrat, and half of them say animal
Animal
control.
All right, so we
Yes.
have a plethora of guards, and
We got rocks and play this end, which is
Ardsley
nice.
has 2 rocks in the house that are covered. One's in the back 12. One's top 8, but they are both behind cover. So Albany here is going to attempt to just draw in because they do not have hammer, and they will be attempting to
They
steal.
got a
here.
center guard lined up, so
But they are a little wide. They're going to sit open or just go right on through.
So, Matt, we actually can't move the cameras over until the game on B is over, but should the A sheet be the next game, so if B is over, we'll move it over to A, but we're going to stick with B for the time being. We'll keep you updated on sheet A, though. If you've got any questions about the game, we'll be happy to answer them for you. And thank you for tuning in.
Potomac seems to have scored another point in the second end. They are up 4-0 now
Excellent.
on sheet A.
Got a root for the home team here, man.
Root for the home team. There seems to be a bunch of rocks in play on sheet A as well.
For Potomac.
Well, there's a red rock in there somewhere,
Oh,
right?
it's in the back. That's right, the back 12. My apologies.
Back 12, there's a red rock, yes. Ardsley here is going to draw another rock in.
Oh, he looks pretty nice.
They got a peach sitting top 4.
Very nice.
It's open though. You know, you could
It's
get,
open but jammy.
there's a lot of jamming going on.
Yeah.
Ham jam, raspberry jam, strawberry
Can jam.
can
On the
jam,
beach. It's kind of nice.
jock jam.
Jock jams. Yeah. Whoa, that's a good reference. Don't
I
do
am
that
a
enough.
child of the 80s and 90s. Jock jams was my time.
You're amongst company. So here's Dave DeLaw with his first rock in end number 3. Trying to. Looks like he's a hair wide from my vantage point.
Oh.
A little wide.
Are you using it?
If you're top 8, that's fine.
I agree.
Yes, top 8 would be wonderful here.
Oh, what happened to the red rock? I wasn't looking.
He was a little wide on his hip.
It was heavy and wide.
Yep.
Just the way we don't like them. That's a shame.
Steve Agostino with his first rock. He's been throwing a pretty nice game these first 2 ends.
Whoa.
Oh, we got a scoring update on sheet D.
Whoa.
It's now a steal of 2
Tom.
for the yellow rocks, which
Whoa.
I have now
Whoa,
learned
it's
is
gotta say
in
hi.
English. Because I
come down
screwed
to
up with the first end.
No,
So it's going to be 3-0 English over Rimkus from Broomstones.
Okay.
And
that's
hey,
fine.
look at that. Top 8 is the result. I don't even know where we are, Joe.
I think
You know, he called top 8, and he got top 8 in a men's 5 and under amateur.
Steve might be
What
Bonspiel.
is going on?
What is going
he
on?
might be a robot actually.
He is a robot.
Or like a cyborg.
I
Really
believe
wanna get technical.
these may be 5th years. If
They're
throwing
showing
that
it, man,
well,
because
you
they're
know.
throwing great. So we'll give credit where credit is due, too. I mean, Ardsley is throwing a great game, and Albany is still right in the thick of things. Looks a little wide again.
They're in fact leading right now.
Weight's good. Line is off. A
Oh,
flash.
right on through. That's Flash Gordon all the way.
It's a bit tough when you're throwing up weight like that. You really got to focus on keeping that line as well. And it appears that it was all weight and no line.
No line.
No line. Unfortunate.
They did not learn that in preschool to color in the lines.
The lines are our friends.
The lines are our friends. Sweeping can only do so much for those heavy wide shots.
You mean 0?
Well, they're using
You know,
illegal brush heads.
at this level, 0. Yes. So interesting. The brushing. The new theory is, and this is definitely a fact, it is no longer a theory. That
I was about to reiterate theory emphasis after you said that, but anyway.
did I do that myself?
No, you emphasized that it's fact. I would say it's still in the theory.
Yeah, Tom, go.
I would say it's pretty pretty proven, especially at the elite level.
I am sandwiched between a nerdy curling fight right now, everybody.
I would argue only at the elite.
I would argue most definitely at the elite level, not so much.
Oh,
at
we got
the,
a stick on the ice and mini sticks on the ice.
Yes, we'd like to see that.
As is
yes.
tradition.
This is one
Well
of the-
done, gentlemen.
One
Well
of the
done.
things that happens at this gentleman's game is when somebody drops their broom accidentally on the ice.
Everyone drops the ball.
Everyone also drops their broom to fit in with the crowd and make the dropper not feel like a schmuck.
That was beautifully done by everybody on the sheet.
Well done.
Is
done,
that
everybody.
it? I thought it was the reverse. I thought you're kind of taunting the person who dropped their
You
broom,
know,
which
you-
I thoroughly enjoyed.
You can
more
take
than,
it either way. You can either
Two
taunt,
schools of
or you can, join in and make them not feel as bad.
overthrow this
So Albany here is in a little bit of a pickle.
yeah.
There's a lot of guards up, and they are throwing an in-off or an angle run back
I can nose that one.
All right, so this is the first skip rock.
or possibly a draw. I don't know. I would personally throw the draw on the left side. Just try and sneak one right in there. But Greg here is definitely more comfortable with a hit. That is definitely draw weight. That is not hit weight.
But the skips, they're calling heavy though.
Is he
The line's,
trying to
it's got to get by.
Is it an
Is it going to get
It's
by it? Gonna get by it.
It's by it.
Whoa!
Wow.
Whoa.
That was pretty
bold.
pretty stellar there.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So that rock is very hidden now. It is sitting second shot.
Yeah, pretty
which
nice
is
shot. Good
Actually,
save.
really good.
Yeah.
Because
And
now
it's covered too.
It's covered, and I don't know how
No,
Arslan
no,
is
no.
going to get another one in there.
He's gonna tap, right? So first shot, I can just guard for now.
Dan Gerlach.
Yeah,
so
but
he tapped that red rock, and
I want to do
I
this.
really don't.
Because if he gets the in off, right? Yeah, I want to guard this, and so he doesn't draw in for the tap, right? Because if he does the in off and sits here, and then come in and tap this guy,
That's
right?
this is
And
some
if-
top-notch skipping.
Indeed, it is.
He is a
I just don't know. I don't know the path.
He's going to guard against any more
Yeah, I got it.
damage that can be done by Albany here.
Yeah.
It's a pretty cautious shot, though. That in-off he's worried about is a very difficult
He's
shot.
being very cautious. But, he's also just saying, I can still get my 2 if I throw this shot.
Yep. Yep.
So,
And yeah, I like the fact that he was also thinking about his second rock as
What's
well.
he going to do for his second rock, we think?
He's going to try
so
to
he's
play
just going to
tap.
tap on the left, tap up that one yellow to sit
it looks,
2.
that yellow is
got
pretty
nothing
buried.
else.
Well, he can tap up
Yellow,
the guard
yellow.
yellow.
Yeah, I guess he'd have to go yellow,
I
yellow.
mean, what else does he have?
Yeah.
So, right now he's got the run back on the center one. And he could get a bundle if he makes that.
Yeah.
But that's a very difficult shot.
Oh, you mean raising that center guard?
Yeah, raising the center guard. But,
Yeah,
it's
bold.
it's bold, but he could open things up. And, I don't know.
I want to make a scoring update on Sheet A, especially for Matt Dame, who's been following that game. That's going to be another steal of 1 for Potomac. It's going to make the score 5-0 after 3. Potomac 6, skipped by Kurt Medlin, against Schenectady, skipped by Tim Eager. Schenectady, that would probably be my, if my wife had ever curled before I met her, that would have been her home club.
Which one?
Schenectady. Yes.
I've been there. I've curled there. It is a wonderful club.
It is a wonderful club.
Their floor, their carpet.
Best on the East Coast.
It is plaid, folks.
Yep.
It is a plaid carpet.
Good club, good people.
So he has definitely changed his mind on that guarding the in-off, and he is throwing a draw. I believe back forward. It's just
pretty
all
hot.
the way through.
Okay.
So that's a
So let's see
throwaway.
if Greg's going to talk to his vice skip here about what he's going to do.
Well, yeah, let's do the same shot.
Same
But
shot.
light is okay, right? So if I end up here, that's better than driving it through. So same line, same shot, better idea. Sit, sit, sit. Bump is like a miracle. Okay?
We agree, but I like the fact that he's got his plan A, plan B thought out, you know? So I like it.
Well, I personally always like having to throw the same shot twice in a row.
I also like the fact that Dan McCall just called you out on the difference between plaid and tartan. Dan is correct. It's actually a tartan carpet, not a plaid carpet.
Well, you know, I'd never really paid that much close attention to it.
Well, thank you, Dan, for calling him out on
So they have tartan carpet. I apologize. It's just a mess of carpet that's...
that. It's a lovely carpet.
It's a mess. It's just a mess. They are calling a sweep hard on this one. It looks like it is curling, and it may crash on the guard.
No, it's
by the guard.
guard.
What is it going to do? What is it going to do? It is going to go all the way through that hole.
Oh, man.
Oh, my goodness.
Hit it a little bit thicker. He might have actually rolled it in. That's a fine shot. No harm, no foul.
So
It's going to leave the skip, Dan Gerlach, a tough draw for
Ours
2.
got a fairly difficult draw / tap for 2.
See if we can get Mr. Gerlach here on the mic.
We were edge of white, and it came back to here. It moved about a foot, so a little more. Okay. We can't go over the top. Actually, tighten it up. We can't go over the top of it. So.
Yes, that's a move. It's a move commonly reserved only for Sylvester Stallone, is
Over the
going
top.
over the top. Yeah.
That's a good film.
It's
Fa-
about time we got a
Fans of
reference for that.
80s arm wrestling movies will appreciate
I-
that
I-
reference.
There are 3 with headsets on.
I loved that movie growing up. His son was a pistol.
Yeah, no doubt.
He needed some talking to there.
I also liked, there was a gentleman in that show who had a really nice Alka-Seltzer t-shirt. Remember that guy?
I sure don't.
Oh, yeah, I liked that shirt. It was ridiculous.
I sure don't. Was he one of the arm wrestlers?
He was one of the arm wrestlers, yes. Yes.
And sponsored by Alka-Seltzer, no less.
You don't see a lot of those shirts. They're kinda
You
cool.
really don't.
I guess there's a reason, isn't there?
Speaking of 80s television or movies.
Well, let's hold that thought. That's
yeah.
a wreck.
It's, well,
Okay.
He was just a little wide. He tapped it wide, and we're going to get 1 point. All those rocks,
1 point.
1 point.
Tis the beauty of curling.
It is the beauty of curling.
Or
a whole mess of rocks, 1 point.
no rocks.
0
One
point.
rock.
0 rocks, 0 points.
Yeah.
1 rock, 1 point. 16 rocks, 1 point.
1 point. 1 point. That's right.
So yes, back to the 80s movies.
Yes, correct. Yes, please.
Have you seen that YouTube Red will be premiering a Karate Kid show with Ralph Macchio and what's his face that played Johnny?
That guy's still alive?
He is still alive.
Bless
and
his heart.
It's He owns the Cobra Kai dojo now, and
There is an actual Cobra Kai dojo?
their kids are fighting in this TV show.
Machio and the other guys.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
Well, then you just aged us a lot.
So, YouTube Red coming in the spring.
My goodness.
Or fall.
Well
or
then.
whatever.
Well, then. I hope it is
No
a
mercy.
smashing success.
Fight hard. Cobra Kai.
Will
forever.
the late Pat Morita have some influence in this as well?
I doubt it. He
Nerds.
passed.
He is dead.
That's why I said the late Pat
He
Morita.
is no longer.
I don't know what
Johnny's
sort of
name-
influence you were hoping for there, Joe.
Johnny's name started with a Z. Zepco or Zepkis?
Yeah.
Somebody on the chat, look it up.
Yeah, help us out, please.
Get the Googles. Who played Johnny in Karate Kid?
They don't care.
They don't care.
They didn't say that, but I'm speaking for the group.
Do we have the ability to kick people off the chat? Then? Can we just tell them all to go home?
No, we've got to.
They are at home,
We were
Steven.
at 40, and thank you all very much for tuning in.
Did we lose a few there?
We just lost one.
One? Did I? That's my fault. It's your fault. I take
It
full
could have
res-
actually been Johnny. You could have hurt his feelings. He could be watching tonight.
You know, he was on a.
Or the ghost of Pat Morita.
Yeah, he was on an episode of How I Met Your Mother.
Was he really?
Barney thought he was the hero of that movie. And, you know, felt real bad.
I never watched that show, actually. Kind of embarrassed to say that.
Felt real bad when he lost to Cheating Danny.
Ah, I see.
So we got a guard up front on the left side of center and a
And
rock
as per
back,
tradition, his
back
line has
12.
been fantastic yet again.
Yes, his weight is fluctuating. But
Mine is just spot on. That's Tom Vespo, the lead for Ardsley. I'm going to give him the early nomination of the Moosehead Lager Player of the Game.
oh, there's a player of the game as well?
Well, I mean,
Or I thought it was just a shot of the game.
yeah, there is a shot of the game, but we haven't done that yet. So I'm just
Billy Zabka.
Billy Zabka, there we go. Thank you, Internet.
Dan McCold strikes again. Thank you, sir.
Billy
And,
Zabka.
and yes, Steven, there is a Moosehead player of the game. Since these are all fictional awards, we can make up
do
as
whatever we
many as we want.
We can make it the Moose Light play of the shot of the game. The Moosehead shot of the game, the Moose Light player of the game.
Can we do the Labatt Blue lunge of the game?
Yes, I'm going to give it to the gentleman in the kilt on sheet D because he's wearing a kilt and playing.
You know,
It's a bold statement.
it's a bold statement. He has pink leggings under that kilt as well.
So, I like it. Have you either you ever played in a kilt? Do either of you own a kilt, by the way?
No, Joe, but you do.
I do, and I'll be wearing it tomorrow when I'm calling the finals.
And it is
Nice.
a wonderful kilt.
Thank you.
And you look stunning in it, actually.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's quite nice. Do you do au naturel?
I've been coaxed into it, yes.
You have.
I have, yeah.
Well done.
Yeah.
I tell you, nothing quite as unpleasant as vicing for Brian Breen when he throws a takeout weight wearing a kilt. Because you're at the other end of the ice.
Oh, boy.
You get a view.
Oh, boy.
You can
Brian.
argue that for insert name here.
Yeah.
Regimental kilt takeout weight.
Brian
The
Breen,
coldness just doesn't help anyone in that scenario. It's not doing anyone any favors. So.
Brian
Well, it's,
Breen, a former member of this club, has moved to Texas.
Texas, yes.
Texas.
He lives in Houston, I believe. and
He's a NASA nerd.
Is he literally a rocket scientist?
No, well, no, I think he works for Lockheed now.
No, it's really?
No? Didn't he work for NASA?
Yeah,
He did,
that's what
yeah.
took him out there.
Yeah.
I thought he was still there. Yeah.
Anyway,
That's
Back
Guard
to the
City
game.
in number 4.
there's a whole bunch of guards and a rock back 12, which is not the best position for the rock behind the guards.
Correct.
But we got another one coming. It's a little narrow. Are they going to get a bye? Are they going to get a bye? There's people in the way.
Nope.
Can't see.
wreck.
Nope.
We got a wreck and another guard. That's
So
5. Count 'em.
I don't think we're going to have a quad peel here, or a pent peel.
A pentapeel?
Pentapeel.
That would be the Moosehead Lager.
That would
shot
be
of
the
game.
Moosehead Lager shot of the game, no doubt.
The
And if that
pretty worthless pentapeel.
if we
because,
could have a pentapeel, I would
you know, they should.
immediately tell K's of Curling, who are the makers of our rocks, we actually can make a pentapeel with those K's of Curling
you
rocks.
know?
And I think they would love it.
I wonder if that's a setup for the hot shots at the Briar. Is that
pentapeel?
Is the pentapeel one of the shots they have to throw?
Not yet. But if anybody's watching from Canada Curling,
Anybody
which
from
is
Canada
ridiculous
Curling.
if they were watching this instead of the Briar. But if you are, bless your heart. Yeah, set up a pentapeel for the hot shots.
Hey, are the scores correct, gentlemen? I can't see them from down here.
We have
Actually, no, it's a scoring
3
update
to
on
3 on sheet C. We have
and a scoring update actually on sheet D.
3 to 1.
Broomstones gets a single in the third end, so it's actually 3-1.
And we
Potomac
have
over Broomstones.
5-0 on sheet A.
Yes,
Potomac is.
you got that one. So a pretty nice draw there. We're going to go back 8 for Albany.
All right.
Looks like Arts is going to try to, I guess, draw that port.
It's a small port, but it's big
The angles to their favor.
big enough for a rock.
Yeah. And Steve Agostino. Is that Steve Agostino? Let me check that up.
Yes.
Yes, he's been playing a great game, so I like our chances on this one.
Well, you know,
If you're rooting for our team.
if you throw the correct weight and the correct line, and it goes
should make
just
it.
the right way, it's going to go through the port and be right. That's all there is to it.
They're
Joe.
on and off again.
That's all there is to it. It looks a little light, though. I think he's just going to plug the port. Oh, he's
Very close. Good try by
snuck it
Ardsley.
in for a biter up
Not too
top.
bad.
It sure
Who
looks
has
like
hammer? Albany has hammer,
Yes.
so I really don't know how they're going to get another one in there right now.
They draw another one around.
Draw another one around, but it might sit open.
And if they're light, they could play the tap. And I think Greg knows that.
I think he called for a top 12 guard in the house for a tap up later,
This is,
which may be the
Dave
only
Delisle.
way he's actually going to get to this end.
I think if you tap this. You never know. Again, 5 and under Bonspiel, you never know.
You never know.
You never know. So it looks wide and heavy as the rushers are not touching it. Starting to check down a little bit. Check down hard.
Oh, sweep that in, guys. Sweep that in. Don't go too deep, though.
It's going to be full 8 sitting 2. Pretty nice.
Not terrible, but leaves a nice little hit and roll
Yep.
behind
And Dan
6
saw that.
guards.
Dan saw that immediately.
You know, if you got a hit and roll to sit behind 6 guards, you take that.
You do.
Because
What about the hex appeal?
the hex appeal? Oh my God!
Oh, sorry. That sounds a little too
A little racy there. Oh. Hex cells,
Please, somebody
you know?
put up a 7th for a sept appeal.
They're on this hard. Are they going to be wide?
They're going to jam.
Oh, the jam! But they spilled it. Well,
I
so
think that the yellow one's sitting 2,
the
actually.
yellow one is they got 2 biters, but the red still has the one in the back 8 sitting shot. So we'll see what he calls.
Our,
Draw right to the button.
Yep.
Draw to the button is the call. Got the broom right on the edge of 8 foot. A little wide at 8 foot.
So we have a quick measurement on sheet A,
Ooh, exciting.
which is exciting today. If you saw last night's late game,
I heard this.
we should have
Joe,
had a measurement.
I will let you tell this story.
Yeah,
Joe.
so last night, this was an A event semifinal game, and Potomac had stole 4 in the 7th, took a 2-point lead,
My goodness.
to the which then Bucks County got 2 in the 8th, hit and rolled. Their shooter could have been measured for 3. The vice skips went out to get the measurement, and God bless him, a gentleman from Potomac accidentally kicked the Bucks County rock away,
My goodness.
thus negating the measurement
Oh.
and giving Bucks County the win.
Wow.
And
You know
Bucks
that-
County won again today, and now they are in the finals of the A event.
My goodness. That was
And
an A event game.
That was an A event game.
Holy cow.
That's right. And unfortunately, the Potomac team was bumped down to the D event, played earlier today, and got knocked out.
Well, that
So,
you know that would be what we would call the curse of Bobby Labonte.
back to our game here real quick. That
Yes.
was a pretty bad miss for Albany because they
yeah.
cleared away that yellow that was protecting
Now
the
we
shot
got an
rock.
open draw with
Nice
backing.
open draw. We got a
Well-
lot of space.
Not even an open draw. Is it a hit for 2?
No. No.
Is it a hit for 3?
There's still two.
He
there's-
noses this out. Yellow
there's
gets
3
3
rocks left there, Jimmy.
Okay, yeah. I can't see these things. I rely on you commentators, and you're just jabbering about last night.
Well, you
It
know,
was a great story. We got
Great
to jabber
story.
about it.
I mean, curling, if you haven't noticed, is not the most exciting game for a lot of the time.
Disagree.
There's
Continue.
some,
Tough draw. Okay,
there's a lot
so
of
that's a
talking
flash.
happening.
So looks like I would assume. Let's give him his mic here.
Anywhere in
Yeah,
this
I like
line
that.
is fine.
Anywhere in the line is
I
Along that
prefer
line.
it in. That's currently 2. That's currently 3. So I want it in someplace, all
Yes,
right?
top 12. Call that.
Yeah, in front of the
agree.
tee is better than
Yes. In front of the tee is always
gave-
better.
to get that shot. I gave him here. So yeah, a little less. Yeah, right there. Should no, you know what? Put it right there. Put it back on that spot.
So thank you, Alcafluence. Alcafluence, yes. For pointing out there actually was a pentuple peel last night at the Tim Hortons Briar. By
In the Mike
Jason-
McEwen game?
Yes, Jason Gullings did it.
Wow.
And
I
look what
saw
happened to
that
him.
McEwen won
He did.
4-3 in
4-3.
the extra end.
Yeah.
Stole in
Stole,
the extra end.
yes.
I did not watch it, but
Yes. You saw it on Curling Zone?
I mean, I checked the scores this morning.
Yes. Yes.
I was curious when the draw times were because it is in Regina,
Yep.
which is in Central Time.
Yep.
So that would be a
So
you got
here's
a
good.
10 a.m., a 3 p.m., and an 8 p.m. draws.
Greg Stapleton with half a sheet to get 12 foot.
And that's what he's
Rushers
going
aren't
for,
touching
is
it.
a full 12.
He's
to
got
sit-
some backing
to
too.
s-
I
well,
hope he didn't overthink
he
it.
wants to throw it high, though. Sit 2.
I like throw it high because that's saying I'm throwing to the brushers.
But he was
What's
heavy.
going to happen here? A little heavy. Ah,
If
tough
you,
break.
If you don't use your brushers, they can't help you.
Yes, correct.
They are there for a reason,
All right.
and if they just walk down the sheet and look at your rock,
Yeah.
they're not doing much for you.
He's got another chance though because Dan Gerlach's got to throw his next rock.
But Steven, speaking of the Briar, I once knew a girl from Regina. I was hoping I'd start a good limerick there.
I was hoping it would not start. A
Jimmy, this is a family program.
As one of the roles of president of the club is also auditor of the,
And Joe, as
which I failed at on Friday night.
I'd been here for a while at that point.
well, you know,
All right, so let's get back to the game. This is Dan Gerlach's last rock.
So we got a
and
draw.
number 4.
I believe
He's
it's
just gonna try
probably
to
just going to try and
freeze.
sit right on that red
Yeah.
rock at the back 8, and that would be quite a win for yellow Ardsley if he could do this. They're on it because probably it's light, but it's not, and it's a little wide. This is stop sweeping, guys. Stop. Just stop. 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 It's got a curl. Well, I believe he's second
All right,
shot.
Second. I believe he's first shot. I believe he shot actually.
No, I don't believe so. But anyway.
Anyway, Greg's got to get it anyway.
Greg's got to
Doesn't
hit
matter.
it. Nice little back 8 weight. Just tap it 2 inches.
Throw the weighting through earlier. Wouldn't perfect. It's
Tap
in
it
right-
2
right
inches
in that
and you get
path.
2.
That
This is a
tap it, tap it, tap.
Tappa, tappa, tappa. What movie is that from, Joe?
Well, I know it from The Simpsons.
From what?
In my day, I would have killed for Tappa Tappa Tap.
It's Happy Gilmore.
The Simpsons did it better. I'll just say that right now.
I would also like to point out that the Simpsons predicted this this men's gold medal back in 2010 against Sweden. And you know, the Simpsons are getting way too much right nowadays.
Let's
leave it at that.
Let's leave it at that. let's not hit that hornet's nest.
I mean, Australia and the frogs.
I think we
I'd
just said let's leave it at that.
I'd have called him Chazwaz.
Yeah.
So here's Greg
Last
Stapleton,
rock.
last rock. He's looking for a heavy
He's on
hit.
it. Oh, they're on it. Their sweepers are on
It
it.
looks pretty good.
Is he narrow?
No,
Is he
it
gonna
looks
crash?
good for our end.
I don't know. I got
We're
a
off it
weird
now.
I got a weird angle.
I think Dave made a nice call. This is looking pretty nice.
I think he's gonna be.
That's a beaut. That's perfect. Perfect shot by
Look at
Greg
that.
Stapleton.
That is what we call the deuce. The deuce with hammer.
Great shot by Greg Stapleton. That's going to make the score 3-1 at the halfway mark. Albany over Ardsley.
Hammered out a deuce.
Scoring update on sheet C. We have, let's see, this is going to be Bucks County gets a single in the fourth. It's going to make the score 4-3.
Are we halfway over already? This is going way too fast, Joe.
We are, yes. Scoring update on sheet A as well. Death by 1,000 cuts. Potomac steals yet another one. They're up by a touchdown without the extra point. 6-0 Potomac.
Joe, normally we call a touchdown 7 points.
I said without the extra point. Was it?
You good? You
Sure.
refill in the water?
Yes, we are at the halfway mark on all 4 games.
Albany has put one in the top 8.
No, I take that back. We have not hit the halfway point on sheet D, but we're getting pretty darn close. So again, that's when I left off was on the sheet A game. Potomac 6, skipped by Kurt Medlin, is up 6-0 against the Schenectady rink from Tim Eager.
Pitching a shutout.
Pitching a shutout.
It's Saturday night and they can't score.
I
can't relate. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know what that's like.
I don't know what it's like.
Don't know what that's like.
Center line's okay. In front of it's a little better.
So we got Albany sitting 1 in the top 8, and Ardsley threw attempted corner guard, I assume, that went back 12, which would not be a corner guard.
I think I jinxed him because his line had been so nice all
He
night.
jinxed his weight. He jinxed his weight.
Sorry, I am sorry. I am sorry.
Albany is throwing another center line something. You know, I wish these cameras would show us more of the guard zone. All I get is the tight threes.
You got this here, Steven.
That's too far away, Jimmy. I
Sorry.
can't see that. That's not going to help.
Thank
You turned it like a quarter of an inch.
Water cups?
Ardsley's calling a hit on that top 8 rock. Looks like a nice little control weight hit.
Weight looks really nice. The line looks
Nice
good from our
control
vantage
weight.
point.
They're going to get on it. It's curling a little bit. It is going to crash into that guard and go all the way back and out the house.
Like the
So,
weight, though. Weight was perfect.
Nice weight. You got some fist bumps going on before they throw the rock. That's some good camaraderie there.
I agree. I talked to the Albany guys last night. Really nice group of guys. There is a bit of a bias for Albany, as I did get married in the city of Albany.
Oh,
So,
wow.
And you are a big fan of steamed hams, so that also has it going for it.
well,
so.
I'm mute. No, I'm not.
That's more of an Albany expression, of course.
But curling does seem to attract the congenial crowd.
It does. And that is one of the many appeals of the sport.
Yes, a very social sport. It's actually a very travel-heavy sport.
If you do it right, it is.
If you do it right, you're going to travel. And you're going to meet a lot of wonderful people. You're going to see a lot of middle of the nowhere, desolate towns, I would call them.
So Stephen and Jimmy, this question is posed to both of you. Is there any city that you've enjoyed traveling to more with curling? Like, what's the best place you've traveled to, Stephen, in your curling experience?
I mean, I would have to say Hibbing.
I would agree.
Hibbing, Minnesota. It is 3 hours north of Minneapolis, and basically you're getting into almost Canada at that point. But Joe and I went there a couple years ago, and had the fortunate turn of events to actually play John Schuster.
That's right.
In the B event finals of that Bonspiel.
The last chance Bonspiel.
The last chance Bonspiel. This is an all-men's Bonspiel. They have 128 teams max.
13 sheets.
13 sheets. It's a grand old time. And
we saved our worst game for last.
We saved our worst game for last. But, we played a 2-time Olympic medal winner.
Yep.
And he kicked our butts as he should have.
As he should have.
But we came home with cash money.
That's right. Jimmy, what about you?
Lifetime winnings of $150.
I've had some good ones. Belfast, Maine is always up
Oh,
there.
yes.
It is a good one.
The Maniac in Belfast is fantastic.
And I know you've already mentioned it, but yes, the Sawtooth Outdoor Bonspiel was quite an experience. Middle of nowhere, wonderful scenery, hot springs galore around central Idaho.
That was the best part of that Bonspiel.
Hot springs, my goodness.
Like
by the side of the road, it's just magical.
Drive down the highway, find some steam, pull the car up the side of the road, take off your pants, jump in the water.
My goodness.
Is that about something?
That's about it.
Yeah.
And grab the flask as well.
And grab the
That's
flask.
part of it.
Yes, yeah. You
But
gotta
yeah,
have a beverage while you're sitting in the hot springs.
Quite wonderful.
So we got a Ardsley Rock sitting top 8. We got a center guard from Albany and a Albany Rock in the back 12-foot. We also have an Albany Rock on the right side.
So viewer Alcafluent's favorite spot was Iceland, who...
Iceland.
We might know, is that Adam Kapp? Is that who that is?
Adam, is that you?
I don't know.
Adam, speak up. Is that you? We got no response from the chat window.
Well,
we're gonna tell you what's going on in this game. We got 2 Ardsley Rocks, nicely lined up, evenly spaced, top 8-foot. They're about even, and Albany's gonna call looks like a heavy draw on the one that was just thrown on the right side of the 8-foot.
It's Johnny Blaze.
Johnny Blaze.
A.K.A.
Jeremy.
Jeremy.
Hello, Jeremy. How are you? The rock is on its way. It's looks like good weight, good curl, and it's gonna
nail it.
It's gonna spill a little bit, but they are now sitting 2 in the back. 2 in the back, and 1 Ardsley Rock in the front. There's a bunch of guards, 2 guards, 1 on the center line, 1 on the in the corner.
Or we could do that.
Oh, we got some skip info right here.
I don't mind this, right?
It's a tap back he's calling.
All right. Go normal.
Oh, no, it's a hit.
Changing it up.
Changing it up. It's he's going to clear that center guard with hammer. That's a good idea to get rid of that junk in the center, because if you get in trouble, you want your skip to have a nice open draw to the 4-foot for the win. Every skip's dream is to have an open draw to the 4-foot to win an Olympic gold medal. It's a nice peel. Spill's the shooter, and we have 2 Albany Rocks
doing it
and
wrong,
1
man.
Artsy Rock sitting in the house.
doing them all
with a
wrong.
Albany guard that's not
Where did
really
the shot? I got it.
It's in the corner, but
No.
it is not being utilized. So Albany here is going to just hit the yellow rock. They have a 2-point lead. I believe the fewer yellow rocks in the house, the better. He's going to call for the hit and roll, and we'll see what's going to go. Looks like he's giving ice for maybe control down, maybe board weight. Nice easy hit. He's going to roll over, try and roll behind that corner guard. The rock's away. Sweepers are on it. And what do we got? He's going to hit it. And he's going to nose it. And, well, he spills that as one in the back 12, but that's not terrible.
While we were in between shots, though, we got a scoring update on sheet C. The team from
you can
Utica
drive
gets a
with a big
single,
roll.
and in number 5, tying the score at 4 apiece through 5.
We got another nice pair of pants on sheet C. Actually, 2 nice pairs of pants.
Oh, yeah, we do.
They are flashy.
I'll say the fashion of this game is pretty nice tonight. We've got a couple of pairs of flashy pants. We got a kilt.
You want to come
We got
this way?
Matt Shamilton on the sheet. I'm liking it.
You know, fashion is key, Joe.
You darn it.
You gotta look good.
You look good, you feel good, you play good.
You look good, you feel good, you play good.
That's the way it is, man.
Also, if you're warm enough, you play good. I personally get quite cold out there.
Whoa! It's been pretty balmy out there. It's been like over 40 degrees, I think, every game.
You know, 40's kind of chilly.
One and almost gets
almost
the double.
Almost.
On purpose this time.
Looks like he's going to call another hit and roll. He's got to watch for the jammy jam.
Right now it is.
Jammy jam is always there in the back of your mind.
So it appears that on sheet A, Potomac made the extra point and stole another one, 7-0. Potomac over Stu.
But he's going to try
Wow.
to roll.
Schenectady.
Schenectady. Sorry. I didn't look at my notes.
That is a shellacking. That game might be done after this end.
I just don't know where his stones are going to go right now.
But, you know,
They have the hammer.
Forward and then
I have seen
How's that been working out for him, Joe?
That's okay.
I have seen teams not shake when they're down by 7
no, it's not.
and end up winning the game.
Wide
End up
on the
winning the game.
takeout.
Oh yeah.
Wide and whiffed the takeout.
This was also a, I believe at Utica. No, it was. Was it Utica?
No, I don't.
Up by
Come
7,
this way. I'm going to come to here.
ended up losing.
No, I
think
think hit and roll. Straight run.
Was
right?
it a team from
freeze
here?
on
It was a
What do we
team
do?
from
Go
here.
first,
They were
and
down.
I'll
I know what you're talking. I think they were down 9
Or we can
with
just
2
hit,
ends to
do
play
this. Let's hit.
at Utica.
He'll hit and then I'll draw.
They were up by 9,
They were up by 9.
and they lost.
They lost.
I have to
Yeah,
make
With
correct
2 ends to
then.
play.
I think I know what team.
Yes.
Okay.
So that is the joy of the 5 and under Bonspiel.
You never know.
You are never out of it.
No.
Until you paid to be
Mathematically out of
here.
it.
You paid to be here. You might as well play.
That's right. That's right. So here comes Dan Gerlach with his first rock.
Normal, nose.
In
He'll hit
number
something, and then I'll either hit him
I think
or
it's a
draw
hit,
with
Joe.
Yeah, I agree. I'm just saying he's coming down the sheet and he's going to throw his.
I think it's a hit.
I think it is too.
Not much ice though. This makes me believe that the ice might be straight if he's given him that tight of ice for this hit.
Go, hard.
Looks like he's going to. Oh,
Dan, you're right. Nice shot.
That was a wonderful shot.
Great shot, Dan.
Hits, sticks, sitting 2. This is setting up for a deuce by Ardsley. hit, and we got 2.
In theory, let's take a listen to Greg Stapleton here.
Let's just worry about this one.
So let's hit it on this side, yeah. Hit it on that side.
Distance out.
Well, yeah, but I want to hit them. Yep.
I think he might be actually attempting the double here.
I think so. I hope so. No, he's not. Yes, he is. He is.
He is.
That I think he is.
Hard to stick the shooter unless you throw a pretty down weight double.
You got to make the double to make this work out for you.
I like the call. I like the boldness of the call.
I mean,
I would personally, I would just hit and try and flop behind that guard.
Yeah.
That's true.
I think that's it. So even if you miss the double, you get the hit flop.
So that's pretty light.
He looks light.
And narrow.
It's gotta go.
And I think he's going to just curl right past it.
This is going to be a sweeper's. No, he's fine.
So he might actually curl enough to get the back. No, he's going to go through that gaping wide hole.
Too light.
And this is a nice easy draw for them.
That was Red's last?
That was Red's last rock. And whenever a team scores 3, somebody made a mistake. And he is not happy. He was about to slam his broom into the window and crush us all with glass.
But he gently placed it on an
empty keg.
So I'm going to take that as a win.
Props for gentlemanly
Restraint.
Yes, restraint. That's a good restraint there. It's an unfortunate miss. But you know,
all Dan's got to do is
Dan's
touch paint here.
He's still got to touch paint, and sometimes that is the hardest thing to do.
It's like no one's ever messed that up, right?
No one has ever messed the touch paint up. Oh wait, I have.
It's just like it's just like that song. He just has to reach out and touch paint.
Reach out, touch paint.
So he's throwing the out turn.
Personal.
The bonus for this is he can actually crash on that guard or the top 8
that's
rock.
the line he played.
And so if he's heavy, he can sort of like nick it, and I think he's just going to get 3.
And there he goes, great shot.
That was a perfect shot.
All right.
And 3 for Dan Gerlach, and Ardsley now lead 4-3 after 5 ends. Get a sweep call from the warm room here. I don't know if they heard you out there. It's a mess of rocks on sheet C. I don't know if we can see that real quick, but we got 4 guards and 5 in the house.
Oh my!
That's a pretty crowded house there.
And 2 awesome pairs of pants.
Are those surfboards?
They are. Those are great. Anyway, back to the action on sheet
Wait
B.
only.
Oh look, matches.
Whoa. Wait, yeah. Hard then. Hard. Oh, go ahead.
So this is Ardsley with
Over
their
and up
first
if
rocket
you're
sheet
over.
number 6.
We're not going to hog.
And number 6.
I said sheet number 6.
Yeah, I wish we had a
Don't
6-sheet
I
club.
wish? Don't I wish?
My
We will
goodness.
hog.
Oh, I believe that would be a burned rock.
Oh, he will get taunted for that
Burned
one.
or hogged.
Round
I couldn't
for
tell.
all.
Hogged, I
Was it
hope.
just hogged?
Yeah.
It was hogged, yeah. Okay. Well, also taunted.
Yes.
Taunting
Still
the
our
shooter
threats are
instead of the sweeper.
Yes, of course.
So it just depends on who gets taunted.
So it looks a little, I think this is going to be a through guard. Well, no. It's all to Dan here, and it's going to be a... No, it bites back 12.
The back biter.
All right.
We call that a Marv Albert.
Too soon, brah. Too soon. Frank's asking for an update on sheet D. I can't see the score, so help me out as well.
Sheet D, we have Potomac has 4 at least, and I don't know, they're 4-1
They haven't hung the score for end number 5, so we'll let you know.
because they're in end number 5.
Well, there you go then.
Yeah. Whoa. So it's 4-1 after 4. They're throwing first skipper's rock for Andy with the hammer. I counted wrong. That's not right. He does not have the hammer.
It's his first rock.
It's his first rock.
Yeah.
But they do not have hammer. Yeah. I think he's just throwing a draw behind cover. Or a guard. But anyway, back to the sheet that we're actually watching.
Actually watching.
Ardsley threw a rock in the house. Albany just hit it out. And we got the half-hearted sweep to actually make it go out the house.
I know. It would have been hilarious.
It was going out anyway, but he made the effort. And that's what counts. E for effort.
E for effort.
Albany sitting 2 with hammer in the 6th end. And if all comes out correct, we got hit, and Albany would take 2.
Whoa! Yep, hard! Hard! Whoa! Whoa!
Ardsley throws a nice hit and rolls over actually in front of the Albany Rock at the back 12. There's jam possibilities all over the place. Spilled jam, raspberry jam, jammy jam, jammy jam, all day long.
I dropped the ball again on sheet D.
Oh, Joe, what did you do?
I had the wrong skip for the Broomstones rink.
My goodness.
It's not Rimkus, it's actually K.
K.
Yes, K-A-Y.
That is not even close to Rimkus.
It is not.
Joe,
I had the wrong Broomstones rink. Who are you?
I don't even know you.
No, I don't know who I am either. So,
Albany's throwing a nice little hit.
He did say he was listening in and wondered, how am I losing my game if I'm not even at the club?
And a valid argument. Well,
Team Applebee's
funny
strikes
story
again.
there. Team Appleby strikes again. One of the Dykes I was at up in Rochester, a team was having some food at Applebee's, and all of a sudden they were not playing because they were at Applebee's, showed up end late.
Well, no, it was the guy's wife was watching the live stream, and she called him and said, "You know you have to play, right? Where are you?" And he said, "We're at Applebee's." Uh-oh.
Henceforth, they renamed.
that was also
Measure with your broom.
the genesis of the 12th End Sports Network.
Oh, it was during that spiel.
Yes. That
Well,
was,
then.
they were the first club to actually webcast games.
Oh,
in
yeah,
Rochester,
Joe
Joe
Calabrese.
Calabrese. That's
Well,
right.
thank God for Team Applebee's that they were broadcasting
Yes,
those
that's right.
games.
That was pretty exciting.
Now they're doing the U.S. Nationals.
And 12th End Sports is because they went to an extra end in a 10-end game
Oh,
and blanked.
flicked
the
it wide,
extra.
took out their
Tough.
own.
Took out their own. So now it's a split draw for Ardsley here.
Well, this is the force. The force waiting to happen. The force be with you. But yeah, 12th end, you blank the extra end, you got to play an extra end.
All right.
And it's
He's in the
just
house.
embarrassing. And I have had to do it. You were there, Joe.
I was there. I know, because
I had a shot to hit and stick to win, and I spilled and lost in the, I guess it would be 10th.
10th end.
Because it was an 8-end game.
Yes.
Wait, wasn't that at
Were you there
The
too,
MSU
Jimmy?
Row.
Yeah, I was there as
It
well
was at the
on your
embassy.
team.
Yes, yes, my team members here. They put up with me.
Who was our fourth?
I wanted more. I wanted a blank in the 10th, honestly. So let's keep it rolling.
Calories to burn.
Who was our fourth?
Let's hit 15.
Chad.
Yeah, Chad.
Old
That's right. It
man
was Chad,
Chad.
Jimmy,
Bring it
me,
far
and
back.
you.
My
Yeah,
goodness.
those were, yeah.
Take
Yes.
on that challenge. I want to see a 15-end game. Let's
Yeah.
make it happen.
You know, they used to play
Bring it
like
back to
18-end games.
Let's grow some burly mustaches and smoke while we're
They
playing.
used to play
Bully.
18-end games.
Yeah.
You know, I saw the clip of the Bobby Labonte curse there.
Oris Melichuk throwing that.
Oh my gosh,
Oh,
he had
man.
he had a cigarette hanging out of his mouth
That's right.
as he was throwing.
That's right.
He actually quoted in that article. He felt pretty embarrassed at the way he looked with the cigarette hanging out in the ash.
Actually, one of the teams at the outdoor Bonspiel, one of the guys was smoking through a good chunk of the match.
He was very hungover, too. Was that the guys in the hockey jerseys?
Yeah.
From Ogden?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were not sober at all.
Oh, we got a hit attempt, and it looks like it's just going to go through the uprights and score 0 points.
Tough
A
break.
field goal in curling is worth 0.
It is.
Miss Blondie notes that there's lots of digressing on tonight's web stream, and that's what you get Saturday night.
That is what you get Saturday night. We have a, interesting game. It's a very close game, actually. Ardsley is sitting 2 rocks right now, one in the top 4 foot, one in the top 12 foot. They do not have hammer, so they're really attempting to force here. But
You could throw a guard, you could split it up.
they're
You got
going to
a lot
throw a
of
guard. I would throw a guard here, Joe.
Would you? Yeah. You got one.
I mean, even a
Barely
top
biting
12 biter,
That's pretty nice.
but really you just want to cover that rock in the 4 foot, which may be what he's attempting to do. It's a little narrow.
Sweepers aren't touching it. It could be a little hot.
Doesn't look hot. Looks like a nice little 2-3
A
guard.
little narrow, though. They should have been on a little earlier, maybe, for
Little
line.
curl, but they're sitting
Get it
3.
in.
There we go.
So sitting 3 without hammer is
Gotta hit
never,
something here.
Yep.
it's never really a bad position to be in.
Some pressure on now.
Thank you, Miss Blondie. We appreciate the compliment.
But is the digressing entertaining at least?
Seems to be.
I mean, I would
More
say
so
it's
than talking
entertaining.
about curling.
I mean, curling, you can only get so far with the actual game that's happening.
We got a quick scoring update on sheet C.
Oh,
So the Bucks County scores a single in number 6, making the score 5-4.
Joe, nobody cares about sheet C. We got a hit coming along, and he's going to make it.
And is he gonna
For
walk
God's
behind?
sake, shut up,
For
Joe.
God's sakes, get back on task.
I can't help myself. We also have a scoring update on sheet A.
Oh, I don't know if you want to.
I think Potomac just got a safety. So it is now 9-0.
And they're still playing.
They're still playing. Bless their hearts.
I'm not familiar with this American football that you keep referencing, Joe.
Well, it's 2 Rouges. How's that?
Well,
I don't even know what that is.
It's Canadian.
Is it? Oh.
I believe at this point, who are they playing? Bucks?
Bucks County.
Bucks
No,
County?
they're playing
Brimstone.
Schenectady. Over on A.
Schenectady.
I have notes literally in front of me, so
Jimmy, I can't read that. It's too far away.
And you're wasted.
I believe Schenectady might just want to actually score their point and go home with at least 1 on the board.
to beat the over.
To beat the over.
The over was 9?
Yeah.
That's embarrassing.
Ardsley's throwing a hit on this Albany stone to the top 4 foot.
As it should.
It looks pretty good. A little sweep.
Line's nice.
He might actually get a nice
Back
little
and forth.
roll underneath. And he does.
So, yeah, Dan Gerlach's playing a really nice game tonight.
Sets up the nice nose double.
Yeah, he does. If he sees it.
You have to be blind to that to not
As long
see
as you
that.
go the right way, and I've seen them go the wrong way on double. So if he goes the right way, we get it. Let's see where Dave puts the
Is
broom
the
down.
wrong way flashing?
That is certainly the wrong.
The wrong way is going the. That's the right way. So Greg saw it. Dave put it down. And let's see what happens.
Yes, the wrong way would be flashing. I mean, they're
Or
pretty
yeah, you
locked
go-
on. They're pretty locked on there. I don't
Yeah.
even know if there is a wrong way. I mean, I guess
If
if
you
you're
skinny
wide,
it.
if you skinny it wide on the out turn, then you're gonna miss it. But
Or you're wide.
or you're
here.
wide on the in turn,
Yeah.
you're gonna miss it.
No, wow.
He's got
Oh!
Oh, you got one.
You got one. You got one. All
You
right.
got one.
Barely.
Good call.
Guard.
Guard it up. Guard shot rock.
If we come down,
Greg to
tap, that's okay. I don't want to throw it here because it's
I
straight
really
nose
like
hit.
how Dan continually talks about
So it's
make
either-
the shot,
But if we do
plan
that,
B is
straight
X.
cross. I could do
So
that, I
he's been doing that
guess.
the entire
Make him throw a
game.
double.
It's really
Good
good to see
info.
from Skip. Yeah, it's really good info.
This is over the fans, too.
Right
Or they
41.
Or
So
they-
thank you again,
But
everybody, for watching
it-
and tuning in tonight.
You want to give your other team members the chance to develop and start thinking about that stuff, but you want to make sure you don't dwell on that too much.
Yeah, don't overthink
you,
it.
You want to focus on that plan A shot.
do
you
not
know?
overthink plan B.
I always put Tom.
Because if you
Tom
think
always
about plan
throws
B
here
too
to
much,
get
you're
to
going
the
to try and
center
throw
line.
plan B, and then you're going to miss plan B, and you're going to just wind up with
that should be
nothing.
okay.
While we've got a lull in the game, we had talked about on sheet D, the gentleman from Brimstones who's playing the kilt and the pink tights.
Yes.
He's also
He's
wearing
kinda like
a pair
full
of
12.
red Chuck Taylors.
Well then,
So he wins
can't set
the
up the
fashion
double.
award.
he
the
is
entire show.
fashion
hit
forward.
before.
I am loving
I would
it.
like to
Loving
steal.
it, loving it, loving it.
And I just saw a spinorama on sheet C
What?
with the broom.
What?
A little spinny do with
A
the broom.
spin delivery?
No.
Oh.
Don't get too excited there, Jimmy. You got overly excited there, Jimmy. It was just a twirl, a
Oh.
broom twirl. Wow.
George Austin.
George Austin.
Okay.
The George Austin broom twirl.
Except not nearly as good, of course. George
No.
Austin invented it.
Now follow it up with a crotch grab.
So here comes Dan Gerlach with his last rock.
He's attempting to throw a nice little guard, but he's just going to go behind, I think.
Whoa, whoa.
Looks like it's a nice little draw behind the
He
rock
also
in the
caught
top
a plan
8.
B tap.
He's just going to set him up for a nice little crotch double.
And yeah, crotch and stick for one.
Crotch double for 1.
Let's see what Greg says here.
No, let's hit him. Enough weight to hit him. It's going to hit this one first, hit that one, take them both. Okay. All right?
That's all you got.
Yep, we agree.
You are. That's all you got.
So is Hammer?
What?
Is this Hammer?
Yes.
This is Hammer.
Okay.
All he has is.
You're ahead in the game, Fallon.
I can't see crap. I got a monitor in front of me.
Hey Jimmy, you got like 18 screens of curling on your
I'll like
monitor.
find the rocks on
Maybe you
these.
should look at the monitor that's in front of you.
All I'm saying is, if I don't know, our viewers at home might not know either. So it's good to help them out a little bit along
This
the
is
way.
Hammer for Albany,
That's
down
very
1.
tight ice. He's got to throw a pistol at this one.
Quite like Tiger.
I mean, he wants to hit the one on the right first, so that's a lot of us.
Oh, now I actually can see it. You're correct. So here comes Greg Stapleton with his first rock. It looks kind of light and it's over curling.
It's over curling.
Sweeper's got to hold it.
Uh-oh.
Get ready to blame the sweepers. Oh.
One, no.
Well, cut him down
Okay,
to
cut
1.
him down to 1.
Give me that.
Not terrible.
Right, so 80 might have been a touch light then. So probably at 70 to 70.
Get that sweeper blaming voice ready, Greg.
So the great part about playing skip is you can always just blame your sweepers. But you know what's going to happen? They're just going to go back and talk about you at the beginning of the next game.
That's true.
Oh, yeah.
That's true.
And they're going to
And they're
agree
mic'd.
that,
Everybody's mic'd, so.
well, only the skips are.
Well, we can get the ambient mics up.
That's true.
Yeah. But we're not going to do that. 'cause that would be
Yeah.
We are not going to throw them under the bus.
terrible. No, we're not.
That is the joys of
Spirit
playing
of curling.
That is the joy of playing front end is you can just talk nasty about your skip all game long. What do we got? Looks like we got a guard, corner guard,
I think an accidental corner guard.
accidental corner guard, still a guard.
The Arthur Hero special. Sorry. No, nobody's going to get that reference. My apologies.
But the ones who do, oh man, they will get it.
Thanks again for the 42 people watching tonight's game at the National Capital Curling Center.
Call your friends, get those numbers up.
soon as I said that, 2 people dropped off.
Well, geez, Joe.
Ugh.
Dislike.
It's a downer. So we got 2 corner guards here. This is setting up quite nicely for Albany right now. They're going to attempt to...
All they need is 7 more good rocks, and then they're in great shape here.
All they need is 7 more good rocks, but you know, it's a good start. Those 2 corner guards are a good start.
Journey of 1,000 miles, huh?
Starts with 1 step.
1 step, that's right.
Ardsley here is going to throw up another guard.
As they should, just junk it up.
So we got 3 guards right now, and Greg likes to. He's
Right
going to
behind
draw,
those double corner guards.
draw behind the double corner guard. That's
You
a
know those
good.
corner guards are like double corner guards?
Double corner guards.
All the
Approved.
All the way, Joe. Double corner guards all the way.
Chocolate microscopes?
This
I
one
wanna
looks
hire a
a little
new staff.
wide. It's going to have to curl nicely to get behind the corner guards. I don't know what the weight is.
Why are they sweeping? I guess for line.
Far away, I can't tell what's
Whoa,
happening.
sweepers. Whoa. Oh,
You
no,
gotta-
it does need it. Yeah, there you go.
These are for weight. It's going to be open.
Real nice.
Wide open.
No, about half.
Halvesies.
Yeah,
It's not bad.
just enough to tempt him.
You know, you lay that carrot out there for the tempt, and then they crash.
Then blam.
Blam! You're in trouble.
Blamo. Must have been that bean I ate.
Oh. I use that line frequently, and I feel like it's underappreciated.
It is it absolutely is.
Kablamo! Oh, excuse me. Oh, my. Oh.
Ardsley with the hit attempt.
And the jam certainty.
Yes, the crash.
So we got a quick scoring update on sheet C. It appears that the Bucks County rink has got a single in number 6, making in number 7, excuse me, making the score is 6-4 through 7.
Sure what that was in reference to, but all right.
We got some random
Handshakes on sheet A. That's going to be a final.
Did he get his 1?
I don't know. They didn't hang the score.
Oh, we're a little sure hope they
So
did.
Potomac is going to win that game against Schenectady. Right?
Let's hope
Well,
Schenectady
I'm
got
going to
their
throw
1.
one on here. Keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen at home, this is the unofficial scoreboard that you're
Yeah,
seeing on your viewership.
Let's give
but
him the 1. Yeah.
we'll at least flash up the 1
Let's
there.
give him the 1.
So, yeah.
So
We're going to hope that that's what the outcome
Albany
is.
out here throwing a guard, I assume, because they have one sitting nicely at the top 4. It's got to come back quite a ways to get back to center.
And is
It's a little deep.
hot.
Well, that's okay. They
Yeah, tapped him
had a
nicely
little rub,
behind
and they rolled it behind the corner, and you know, that's not too bad. He's calling the double. It's half buried.
They got a nice little rub out back behind the corner there.
They
so.
did do a nice rub. Took you long enough. You know, they didn't.
I was trying to phrase it so as not to get flagged by the FCC.
Jimmy, they didn't come across the face though. So.
really hard. And that's why we're now up to 43.
We got another crash.
Oh, yellow.
These
are the mistakes that just stack up and compound.
They do.
Severely.
They do stack up.
Couple missed hits, couple crash guards, and now
Albany.
Red's in a good position to get
here
3.
with Hammer and sitting 2 nicely in the 4-foots.
Was this the guard?
I would call a guard.
Oh,
He's
draw
calling
into the
guard.
right side.
No,
Get greedy.
no.
Oh no, it's still this
Still
second
very early.
second rock here. All right, fair enough.
I mean, at this point, you're sitting your 2, protect the 2, and try and get 2 or more.
Catherine asks, is the pebble gone? I'm going to assume no, since Melvin did it, and he's
Yeah,
pretty awesome at
this
everything.
ice
so.
has been pretty stellar. I do
Have
not
they
think
been going slow? Doesn't really look like it.
No, they're well on time. We got.
No, I meant the rocks.
Oh
Like,
no,
no.
Judging by the number of throw-throughs in the first end, I believe it was quite.
Yeah. That Melvin, he's a good egg.
He's a good egg.
Pebbles
He
some
is,
good water there.
He does. He knows how to work a hose.
Oh, sorry, Dion. Wow. Hate to break it to you. I'm just going to pop the scoreboard up instead and let it speak for itself.
Handshakes on a Potomac over Schenectady.
We were rooting for a close game all along, and it didn't quite work out.
Oh. Nice little double on sheet C. I
saw that.
witnessed.
Yeah, really nice shot.
Quite nice. The fans could not see anything, and we'll just have to take our word for it.
Well, Miss Blondie, I did take a leap of faith there. I assumed that Jeremy was only married to one person, but you did reference that earlier, so kind of gave it away.
We got a near flash.
Oh,
and still biting.
Yeah.
That was an unfortunate miss on the part of Ardsley. He hit the rock, but did not spill it out. So Albany's still sitting 2 with a guard in front. He's going to draw right in, put another one in there. This could be a big end for Albany to take the lead going home. They need to score here, though. They're down 2.
And they're sitting pretty.
They are sitting pretty.
So where do you want this? Top 12?
I think he called about top 12.
Okay.
Behind that center guard.
I think that that biter in the back 12 is really going to help them. If
Oh, it's a little tight.
He's going to crash.
Can he promote, though?
No.
Oh.
I do not see another red rock coming into my view.
Oh, and it kind of opened up half the shot rocks,
this
too.
could be a disaster.
Yeah.
A tough miss for Albany.
If Ardsley can make this hit, they've tried it twice now and crashed.
But now it's different now. You've got some more exposed rocks. So.
Third time's a charm. That's basically wide open from my view. But he's looking at the.
Yep, it is wide
He's
open.
looking at the double.
From all views.
You know, the double's just going to be a bonus at this point. I would say hit it. You can roll behind any number of these guards and be sitting quite nicely to force the 1. Rock is away. Its sweepers are on it.
It's tight.
No,
it's not.
No, it's right in the center line.
On off.
It's right in the center line. He's got the rock. The roll might actually. Well, all right. He rolled open.
Oh, a little too much, maybe.
But
there's
will
some
they
coverage.
go for it?
It's a nice shot.
You kind of got to, I think.
So he's calling the inside hit and flop.
Tight ice.
That is tight eye. Yeah.
I don't. From my vantage point, it looks like it's a little bit covered. Is the inside of that
I'll let
rock
the growl
covered?
speak for itself.
I can't tell.
I mean, if they chip the guard, it's not the worst. There's still a few rocks left to play.
No, this is a
but-
difficult shot. Rocks away. Looks board weight-ish.
Oh, call it
off
up.
it.
On-off is
Wow.
good. The on-off is good.
He's wide, though. I think he's wide.
I think too.
Oh.
He's very wide. He's
Oh,
going to hit his own
biter
rock.
And get out of the way.
Yeah.
He's still setting second
there's
shot
one.
rock.
Real
but,
tough to get that yellow out of there now.
That yellow just got very difficult to remove.
It's me. I'm second shot. I hit him. I'm biting. He.
I go for this. I mean, Nick.
No, your first
If we-
shots are, you are first
They
shot.
could.
No, he said if he draws in
I'm
up
drawing
there,
there.
he'll be
All right.
second shot.
Oh, well, I missed the first part
I
of it.
think it's a little touch slow.
It was like,
Touch
come on, you're
slower?
playing
It was
well,
moving.
Skip. Know your rocks.
Because they left, right?
So he's just going to draw in.
Draw in.
Top
eight.
12. Top 8, top 12. Just
Top eight,
wants
top
to be
12.
second shot out of
Good
this.
call. Up 2, it's a good call. I would be happy with that result.
In order for him to hit our yellow nose, if he hits our yellow nose,
or inside. It jams in here, so that's how it rolls off. Yeah. 7 again? What'd you get on this one? All right.
This looks pretty good. Sweepers are on it. They must think it's a little bit light. But it's got to curl or else it's going to just sit wide open.
Curling nice. Wow.
That's a beauty.
Yep.
That is completely buried. So really Albany's only shot right here is to attempt the follow that rock down freeze and hope that they can score their 2, because if they score 1, down 1 without hammer is a tough position to be in coming home in the 8th end. Here's the draw. Sweepers are on it. This looks pretty good. If it's got the weight, called them off. It must think
Yeah, it
it's,
looks pretty
It's
good.
got it. It's got to curl a little bit. What's happening? What's happening? Is it going heavy? It's going to actually draw behind.
Wow.
Wow, what a great shot.
I did not even think that was there.
Great shot by Greg Stapleton.
So he drew,
Again.
you know, half buried behind that Yellowstone.
Fair bit less than half. I think they're
But
going to
he's
go
behind
after that
T-line,
red.
So they're going to freeze on it, I would think.
They are going
freeze
to
or tap.
Oh, yeah.
So guts call here.
So,
Yeah.
and if we guard, fine.
I like it. If we guard, it's fine because he knows it's a force. It's going to make it really hard for Albany to get another 2 out of it.
So
So
guard will be a very difficult shot
Dan's
to get
thinking
to.
a really nice game tonight.
Yeah, I wonder, you must have run into the difficult team in the first in this first
Could be,
game
yeah.
to
Or he's-
wind up at the B event.
He's also, he could also, I mean, there's a lot of good curls in our league, so he could have, you know, just talked to them before the game. Or before the tournament, I guess. You know? So let's see what happens here.
They're sweeping it hard.
On it pretty tight.
Oh, that looks beauty. Beauty. Wow, look at that.
That's a great shot. It's going to be really, I think it's still 1 for
It's
Albany,
still
but it's
one
going to
Albany,
be
but
really
that's
tough
gonna be
for them to get a 2 out of this.
nearly impossible to get a 2.
Yeah.
Your only chance really is draw to the right side of the button with an in-turn, or you
nope.
tap you could throw the tap on the right red corner
Let's see what
guard.
Greg's going to say here.
I just got to be in, I got to be like here, right? Coming this way.
The problem is if you bump
If I bump that at all, I'm
Yes, that's
just throw it away.
correct.
Take our 1, go home.
Throw it away. All right. He's taking his 1 and throwing it away.
Is it for sure even?
I think it's
Yeah, the glare makes it look weird. The glare makes
Do
it
you
look
think
weird.
It's definitely a measure. Ooh.
Oh, we'll see what happens after the end of this game. He is throwing it away.
No, I think it is. I think it is
Yeah.
red.
I think it's
Right?
I think he
It's
might have
gotta be.
hogged it before the first hog line.
Well, the call was throw it away, so.
I don't believe I've ever seen them hog a rock before the first hog line, but the call was throw it away, so we'll see what happens. Is it 1? Red? Sure do
Hope so. If you throw your rock away, assuming you've got one.
They're looking real close. Oh, they've determined it's red.
Okay.
So that was a correct call. Threw it away. And we're coming home in the 8th end. Down 1, Albany. Ardsley has hammer. Up 1.
So Jeremy, we heard a bit of the skips talk. They thought about throwing the in-turn to try to get a little of the button, but way too much risk for them. They said if they touched that yellow at all on the way in, they would have bumped it up to shot. So Albany will take their 1. Come on down in the last end without, down by 1.
Steal.
Got some work cut out for him here.
Steal, steal, steal all day long. And you know what happens when you need to steal? You throw up the center guard.
Really need a guard.
And then you throw up another center guard.
Oh, no, and then no.
That's a perfect center guard.
Whew, I was getting worried there.
There's some pointing.
On sheet C, yellow, box 3 just made an amazing draw behind some cover there to sit just about right on the pin, as you can see on the edge of your camera right here. Draw behind 2 red guards, 1 red in the top 12 and 1 in the top 8. Get behind all of those rocks.
Ardsley is throwing a draw. Attempt to draw behind this center guard, but he's actually going to tap it into the rings. So Ardsley now has a center guard, and Albany actually has a rock in the top 8 foot. I believe he's throwing another guard. It is the right call. Guards all day long.
Slash that yellow in. Slash that yellow in. That's probably an easier shot than what he's looking at.
Jimmy here is talking about sheet C.
Yeah.
We got a mess of rocks in the house. Albany throws another center-ish guard. And they have their top 8 rock covered. Tight guard. What's Ardsley going to do here? They're going to attempt a double peel of some sort. I guess they have to be careful because it is still during the free guard zone time.
And some classic broom dropping going on
yes,
around the ice.
Yes, right as he's about
Even
to throw.
late in this game, there's still the spirit of curling with the Bonspiel, or the broom droppings on the ice.
All right, this is the,
I totally botched it. I apologize.
the run back attempt on the yellow rock.
Not sure what. Was it the double? Was that the call? This was
Yeah.
quite off. And they just swapped the yellow out for another one in almost the exact same spot now.
Yep.
Scott's away, yes. More guards. Guards are your friend if you are Albany right
Guards
now.
are your friends. That was a mic, Jimmy. That was a mic.
Oh, okay. Had some digestive issues, everything? What's going on?
Another guard on its way.
Boom, boom. That's looking pretty good. A lot of room to work with here for where he wanted the guy. No, it's not. Oh, I guess they decided it was
Gotta
a little
bury
too
it.
heavy,
It's a
so
little
they
heavy, might
wanted
as well
to
bury
bury.
it. And they got a rock half buried.
Pretty nice spot.
Top 4.
Mostly buried.
And what do you do now? You peel the guard.
Come on!
Joe, what do you do now?
You peeled the guard.
You peel the guard.
Yeah.
Oh, so we had a very exciting attempt on sheet C.
That's
do
handshakes.
the double run back slash to get rid of the rock on the button, but they missed it by a hair.
Yellow takes one.
Bucks
Yellow
County's going to win
takes
that game.
one, wins it 7-4. Good match had by all.
It says right here, good time had by all.
And I don't know what he's calling here. Is he calling Peel to guard? I can't tell. There's too many
I think
people.
he's going to try to. Oh, he just adjusted the room there.
There's
so
too many people in my way. I can't see what's happening.
I think he's still trying to peel that guard off.
Peel the guard. That is the call in my mind. Peel the guard. You have hammer. Get rid of all the junk in the front. The junk in the trunk.
All of it. All of it gone.
All of the junk. Just get rid of the junk.
Also,
Call.
has the best pants. There's one boom.
Call men calling junk.
Great shot.
Ow, the double.
The
Gets rid of the
double.
shooter.
Gets rid of the shooter.
One
and,
rock, red, and the guard. Nice shot.
And a red in the house.
we have an
Sure enough,
Let's
Swiss
applause.
Mindy, that is the sultry summer sound of Joe Rockenbach's
Oh,
voice.
Stop it. I don't take compliments very well.
He's throwing up in the trash can right now. That's how badly he takes compliments. Yes, famed BBC guest interviewee.
yes, I've heard.
BBC America. Thank you.
Well, still, Joe, it's BBC. That's world.
nice. It's
That's
pretty nice.
world.
Yes, it's pretty
British Broadcasting.
There was a
Company.
I learned that a friend from the curling club had a friend of his who was stationed in United Arab Emirates and saw me on television.
Well, Joe, you've been doing a little
Surreal.
media blitz
I
this
have
past
been,
couple
yeah,
weeks.
I have.
You are
This is
the
well-timed.
famous Potomac Curling Club
Ooh,
president.
got a good bit of curl
Nice
at the
guard.
end there to
Yeah, really
cover
nice.
up
That's a
that
shoot
red.
guard. That is a
He's going to
nice
force
guard
the
here.
Gerlach ring to peel that off.
He's going to
looking
attempt
at.
a double peel.
No,
Really, any peel will do at this
We got
point.
shakes on sheet D. It appears that the Potomac rink is going to win that game against Broomstones.
no, actually, Mindy, I do believe whiskey might have been the cause of that as well. But I guess it is the cause and solution to Joe's vomiting in the trash can problems.
I love it.
It's true.
The peel is on the way.
So I would like to thank the Ardsley and Albany rinks for having the last game of the night on sheet B. This peel's going pretty good.
Look at that.
Wow!
Oh, what a peach!
Almost
What?
Rips off another.
almost
Crazy.
a triple.
Wow.
Holy moly, almost a triple. But that was a wonderful shot.
A beautiful shot
And
by
really,
Archie.
Albany is just now going to start
They need a guard.
guard all day long.
Look at that.
What did they have in the Middle Ages in front of the castle? Guards.
At least let me answer the question next time.
It was a softball, Jimmy.
This is the first Vice Rock, is that right?
Yes,
yes,
it is.
first
Oh, yeah.
Bryce Rocks throwing a center
I
guard.
think the second for Ardsley. had
Did he
peeled
win
off,
the
like,
Moosehead?
I think that's
You
a
know,
good nomination.
That's
I mean,
a
that
good
was
nomination for the Moosehead
incredible
Lager
shot.
shot of the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's, it cleared out a lot of junk, and that's what they need.
That's a
That's
big.
applause in the background for Potomac winning against Sheep D. Against
Oh,
Broomstones.
oh no.
Something happened there.
Disaster
What
on Sheep B.
happened?
Gotta be a
Rewind.
burn.
It was either a burn or a hog.
We don't have rewind. I'm sorry.
I believe we should update our
Well,
system
I'll
for
say if
replay.
it was a burn, kudos for Albany for calling that burn.
It is a gentleman's game. You call your
Yep.
own foul,
Absolutely.
and you burn the rock before the hog line. You take it out of play. If you burn a rock after the hog line, actually there are 3 choices.
Yes.
And we learned this during the Olympics.
The hard way.
DuPont game, that's right.
Yes. Ardsley's
Gonna
hit
be
is on the
a
way.
Hit and roll out.
Hit and roll. Out.
You got.
Wow.
Oh, you
Yes.
got okay.
Out.
Yep.
Fortunately for.
Still in
Albany,
play, out of the house.
play.
Oh,
Out of the
he was
house.
about to kick it
He
away.
was.
But he can use that
As a
to
freeze.
right on top of.
He's not going to.
He is
though.
not choosing.
So he's going to try another guard,
Top
hoping
12.
that Ardsley nuts it.
Yeah.
Leaves them a guard. And then they can draw behind. We'll see. This is not looking actually good for Albany.
Not. But
Ardsley making
things
some
have
key
happened.
shots in this end.
I got to give credit to the second for Ardsley, Keith Wishauer, for making those two beautiful peels in this end. And he also has the best pair of pants, which is saying something because the Albany skip has also an excellent pair of pants.
All right, we got it.
Which is why we're here at the end.
Sitting top 4 now, or fighting the top 4, but Ardsley just has to hit it out, and really that's their job for the rest of the night, is hit those red rocks out.
Yeah, just
get rid of them.
blankety, blankety, blank, blank.
Blankety, blankety, blank. If they take 0 and blank this end,
That's
then
fine.
They win
That's right.
because they are up by 1.
For the sake of posterity, on the screen, it was 10.
Ron was pretty hard,
On which?
but it looks like they're probably going to hit
Oh.
it. That's a hit
We gave him the point.
and and a roll. And Ardsley is now sitting 1 in the edge of the 12 foot.
So we just want to have a quick clarification.
No.
No,
I'm fine with it.
I'm okay. You're fine. Okay. Forget I even said it.
Are you talking about the score on sheet A?
Yes,
We don't actually know what the score was.
we do, but we're gonna just leave it at that.
We're just going to leave
Potomac won. That's all
We
that matters.
awarded Schenectady a point for
Posterity.
Yes.
Yes, for the betting community.
For excellent sportsmanship.
It's a participation point. We run the books here, so
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
had to cook them for our benefit.
Yeah.
Yes.
I had $9 grand riding on that game. Of course I'm going to cook the
Folks at home, this is a better sport.
Especially a 500.
high stakes betters,
High
to be
stakes betting.
precise.
Bets can be placed at the Potomac Curling Club phone number. You can find it on our website at curldc.org. Call us up, give us your routing number and account number, and we will gladly take your money.
Oh, don't get me started, though, on the fun betting, though, because I do a bit for the Super Bowl, but only prop bets, none based on the actual
that's
game.
true.
So outcome of the coin toss.
But
There was a will there be a touchdown before a dilly dilly commercial.
Ah.
A will you see Pink's cleavage during the national anthem. All the classic issues.
And they
I
defined cleavage, too.
They
let's do
did.
Greg Stapleton shot, and then after this, between shots, I also want to get to the best loser bet that Jimmy has ever taken part of. in
Loser
your
bet?
fantasy football. That's a beautiful draw.
Wow.
A
Very
beautiful
good.
draw.
Very good. Oh,
Oh.
Putting a bit of the pressure. So,
All kinds of
Jimmy,
stuff
so
happening.
I think it's safe to say that you had the best loser prize of anybody who's ever played fantasy football. And I'll leave the floor to you now.
well, the year I lost a bracket, we change it up every year, but that year the punishment was having to take the SATs. So as a 32-year-old man, I went to a high school one Saturday morning surrounded by 17-year-olds and took the SAT.
Well, Jimmy, how did you score?
Crushed it. Still waiting for those scholarship offers from the big universities, but nailed it, needless to say.
Was this when it was still 2,400 points?
Oh, yeah. I wrote an essay. The whole shebang.
Here's Dan Gerlach with his first rock in end number 8.
Us old-timies only had 1,600 points
Yeah.
to deal with.
I did get the 800 on the math, which was elusive
Looking
the
a
first
little
go-round.
insider,
in
so
high
it's
Oh.
not pretty hard. Could jam.
They're going to get it. They got it.
got it.
Doesn't
Nice.
matter.
Oh.
Great
Everything
by
goes
Dan
out,
Gerlach. Yep. Great
and they're
shot.
sitting 1. Albany really has nothing to work
freeze.
with.
A freeze or a draw? and
A
a
draw
miss.
and hope for flag.
The target
way
to be
Dan's playing
frozen,
tonight-
though, and still shot, not
It's low.
huge.
It's low.
Yeah.
Maybe you could play the hit.
Well, if you play the freeze, really all you got to
Just draw to the 8 foot.
draw the 8-foot
Yeah.
or smash it and
Yep.
Yeah.
spill everything.
So I like Albany's confidence here at the front end. Big hard high five. Greg smacking his hand of his
Big
lead there.
pressure shot in this very
is.
close, well-played game. I'm
Everybody's- yeah, really
quite
great game.
quite surprised and
Yeah.
impressed, and
Yeah.
you know,
What event are we in here?
the B
What
event.
are we watching? Okay.
this is
Yeah.
the B event.
Is it a lout game?
Yes, it is.
Oh,
this is a loud
It is.
game.
wow.
Unfortunately, yes.
The loser of this game will go home.
Which has been a
Loser
shame.
The
out.
winner
'Cause they
gets
have-
a game tomorrow morning. at 8:30.
They
I don't know if
both
that's
played
winning.
well, so it's a shame to see one of them go.
That looks
home.
real light. That looks
I think
real
they're-
light.
yeah, that's really light. They got to go hard.
Oh, goodness.
Oh.
He is going
tough
to.
game. All right, that's going to do it.
He's going to short it.
So the Gerlach ring from Ardsley is going to move on, and unfortunately, our friends from Albany, skipped by Greg Riverdale Stapleton, are going to bow out of the B event and the tournament. Great game by all. Let's thank everybody for watching tonight.
How many did we get? 40.
43.
43 is still early on a Saturday, you know.
Yes, I know.
Those late night owls are going to tune into the 10 o'clock
We
game.
got a 10 o'clock game
Brought
coming
to you by Jimmy Fallon and Nick Datlow and Mike Sell on the operator.
up. That's
And I believe I may stick around.
I
and,
think it'll be a wise move.
we can
So
have
again,
some
thanks everybody for watching tonight. That's going to be a win for the ring
Ard-
from Ardsley.
Good curling and good night.
curling and good night.